general evaluator, Toastmaster Kanksha Madgal, one of the finest Toastmasters that I have had the pleasure of knowing, and the recent winner of the Table Topics contest as well. But before introducing her, I'll tell you how the introductions are going to work today. I'm going to ask you to tell 3 statements about yourself, 2 truths and a lie. And I want everyone else to guess which is the lie in the chat box. And I want everyone participating. And we have a very special Toastmaster Aditya, who will be tallying and making sure that who has guessed the most and who has fooled the most people. So yes, this is how the introductions are going to work. Right then, can we have Toastmaster Kanksha, the 3 statements from you to start us off?
Okay, so this is interesting. 3 statements about me. I have learned classical singing, and at school I have practiced boxing, and I like waking up early in the morning.
Right then, okay. People, you know what to do. The chat box, just take your best shot at it. She's given very 3 good options, by the way. Nice. I see most of the people going for the waking up early part. I mean, it's hard to believe, but then again, you never know. Right then, okay. So yeah, keep guessing people, whoever is left. So yeah, Toastmaster Kanksha, can you introduce your role as well to us, please?
I'm not supposed to tell the answer?
Not right now. First, let people guess.
Sure. So good afternoon, everyone. As you all know, I am Akanksha, and today I'll be playing the role of general evaluator. Now, this is a section which, as Toastmaster Ayush has already mentioned, is the heart of a Toastmasters meeting, because we come here to get ourselves improved. So that's what it is all about. And I have an entire team of evaluators and tag team players who will help us become more better at our jobs as speakers. So please help me welcome my tag team. First, many of you might be thinking, what is a tag team? So it is a short form for timer, a counter, a grammarian. In short, we call it as a tag team. So the timer for today, Toastmaster Siddharth. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Siddharth to introduce his role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akanksha. I'm really sorry, I'm having some issues with my webcam, so please bear with me. So, greetings, Toastmasters and guests. As a timer, I will be timing the formal speeches, the evaluations, and the table topic speeches, and I'll also be alerting each speaker of the time he or she is left with using some cards, which are yellow, red, and green cards. For the table topic speakers, the time limits are as follows. At 1 minute, I'll be raising the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will be raising the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I'll be raising the red card. For the prepared speeches, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will be raising the green card. At 6 minutes, I will be raising the yellow cards. And at 7 minutes, I'll be raising the red cards. So this was all about the timing. Uh, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Akanksha. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Siddharth. You very well explained your role. As he has already mentioned, for table topics and prepared speeches, same goes for evaluations. The time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. So For the qualifying time, green card, 2 minute at 2 minute 30 second yellow card, and at 3 minutes red card. So yeah, the next warrior in my team, I would say, is the R counter. Now, this is a very difficult job, and I would like to invite the person to explain her role. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Manvi from MVJCE Toastmasters Club. A huge round of applause for her.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Hi, everyone. So as an R counter, my role is to count the CRPF. Now, before you assume what CRPF means, this is what it stands for in communication. Crutch words, repetitive words, pauses, and fillers. These are common impediments to flawless and clear communication. Often we do not realize that we're using these extensively unless we start paying close attention to what we speak. A quick sneak peek into these four elements is as follows. Crutch words are sounds like These are the most common types of fillers used during communication. R stands for repetitive words, which is what we are thinking of to speak next. It's easier to repeat the last few words, isn't it? P stands for some unnatural pauses, which are not to be confused with the conscious pauses that we take while speaking. It is important to breathe, hence important to pause too, but only when it's required. F stands for filler words, which we tend to use towards the end of a sentence or instead of a natural pause. We tend to use these filler words. Filler words are like so, well, you know, like, because, and the list goes on. Now, the best way to get rid of these hurdles to communication is to first acknowledge and consciously be aware of the usage, for which I'm here to help you all. Second, taking simple and short pauses to avoid these fillers gradually helps reduce and eventually eliminate them. So this was about my role. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manvi, for beautifully explaining your role. I've not encountered an R counter explaining her role so well. And though we could find a few crutch words, but that was part of your speech, and you were totally flawless. Thank you so much. I would now like to invite the English teacher of the meeting, the grammar Nazi, the grammarian of the day. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Atharva, who has always been very energetic in all the meetings, taking up roles, speech slots, everything. So over to you, grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Atharva.
Greetings, Toastmasters. As the grammarian of the day, I shall pay close attention to your speeches and take note of your language. I shall note any misusage of the English grammar and also any outstanding usage. As the grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day for today's meet is Xanadu, Xanadu. It means a very impressive and beautiful place, or a place that is perfect. An example of this word in a sentence is herds of deer, golden eagles overhead, and not another soul in sight. This was Xanadu. The synonyms of this word are paradise, Eden, or dreamland. And yeah, I can't wait to see the different usages of this word in today's meet. Thank you. And over to you, Toastmaster Akanksha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Atharva. And you have very well explained your role. One more thing I would like to add is as and whenever a speaker uses the word of the day, as sign of appreciation, we show him or her a thumbs up. Since it's a virtual meeting, so we can use the emoji reactions which are. With this, I come to an end to the introduction of my tag team, and I, along with my team of warrior, is all set to create this meeting a Xanadu for everyone's learning. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akanksha and the tag team. But before I let you go, Toastmaster Akanksha, we've kept the suspense for too long now. What is the lie? I really want to know.
Well, the lie here is I haven't learn classical music or singing. I did went for a day or two, but then my teacher got married, and then I couldn't find a better teacher then. So that is one thing.
Well. You proved a lot of people wrong because you do wake up early. She does wake up early, guys. So she's like really into fitness and all. So yeah, well done. So yes, moving on now to our next role player, which is the table topics master, who is probably the happiest because he does not have to give a table topics for sure today. Let me introduce my mentee, Toastmaster Venkateswaran. So Toastmaster Venkateswaran, your three statements first of all.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Toastmaster Ayush. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Okay, so I'll be the table topic master for this session. So one of the most exciting parts of every Toastmaster meet is the table topic session. The main objective of this session is to challenge all the members to develop their impromptu communication skills. And so members have to effectively think on their feet and answer unrehearsed questions. So we also want to give every member a chance to speak in the meeting, and the table topics session helps to facilitate that. So that's the essence of the table topic session. And the timings for the table topic speeches will be, so essentially the timer will give the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. So you will be guided by these cards to time your responses. So that's about it for my role. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Toastmaster Venkateswaran, you did explain your role, but I did not get the three statements that I want from you.
Ooh, I'm
Three
so sorry.
statements.
One sec.
Yeah, no
sorry.
problem.
Okay. Statement 1, I started bunking classes from 3rd grade. Statement 2, I sang in the school choir. Statement 3, I'm a fitness freak.
Right then, guys, chip in your votes in the chat box and let's see how many people does Toastmaster Venkateswaran fool. And people here don't believe in fitness or something. Nobody is believing you. Oh man. Come on, guys. 1 more minute and then we'll do the big reveal of whether Toastmaster Venkateswaran is a fitness freak or not. Toastmaster Siddharth, there can be only one lie. It's 2 truths and 1 lie, not 2 lies. Just clarifying for everyone. So, okay. I think we've had all the votes. So yeah, Toastmaster Venkateswaran, please tell us what's the lie.
So you guys guessed it. I'm not a fitness freak. And yeah, I guess I gave it away too easy.
Oh man. I'm really disappointed right now, man, because so many people would have been fooled otherwise. You had been one. But okay. Awesome. So yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Venkateswaran, for introducing your role. So up next, we have a very special role player, which is the Half Master for the meeting. And to play that role, we have Toastmaster Nandita with us today. So Toastmaster Nandita, first let's start with your 3 statements and then with your role introduction.
Okay, sure. So my 3 statements are, the first one is, I'm a huge Marvel fan. The second one is, I like pineapple on pizza. And the third one is, I attend class religiously.
These are 3 very controversial statements. The second one is absolutely very, very controversial. So I'm really, really excited to know which one is the lie. right now. Oh man, I agree with Sahil Gupta here. The pineapple one has to be a lie. It has to be a lie, just for the sake of it. Right. Okay. We have very close competition between classes and pineapple. Equally controversial. I totally agree with everyone. So yeah. In the meantime, Toastmaster Nandita, do introduce your role.
So, as we all know, Toastmasters is all about honing your speaking skills, but there is an equal importance to listening. So that's what I will be checking for today. At the end of the meet, I'll be asking questions regarding the things that transpired during the meet, the speeches, the table topics, or anything as such. And I do expect a very enthusiastic participation from everyone that's present today. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Ayush.
Yes. Okay. So we have had a lot of votes, and now for the big reveal, guys. Does Toastmaster Nandita like pineapple on pizza or not?
I do like pineapple
Oh.
on pizza. The lie was I am not a huge Marvel fan. So
Oh wow. So I think she's managed to fool pretty much everybody because I did not see any Marvel votes. So yes, you are the contenders for the Bluff Master of today. Well done. So yes, we'll move on to a one-time role play, especially for this meet, which is one of the most enthusiastic in the new members that I've come across, and my mentee, Toastmaster Aditya, who's doing the tallying for today. And let's see how many people does he manage to fool. Over to you, Toastmaster Aditya.
Okay, so I'll put forward the three statements for you to judge. The first one is that I wake up early and do exercises. Number two would be that I am a foodie, and number three is that I attend classes diligently.
Wow, okay. Very nice statements. Let's see what do people think this time. I'm telling you, people are very scandalized right now regarding fitness in classes. Everyone's beliefs are shook. Yeah, no one's taking you to be a fitness freak either, Aditya. Oh man, come on, any more words? Let's see. Yeah, it's mostly one thing's dominating. So let's see if it's true or not. So yeah, those was Aditya. What's the lie?
The third one is a lie, attending classes.
So yes, guys, he is a fitness freak and he's just cleared it up for everyone.
I know it's a weird
Nice.
combination, but yes, it is true that I am a foodie as well as a fitness freak.
That's the perfect combination, to be honest. You know, you eat as much as you want and then you exercise it off. That's
Right,
perfect.
right.
Oh yes. So awesome. So yes, these are the role players for today. Now, without further ado, let's go on to the first section of our Toastmasters meet, which is the prepared speech section. So first of all, I would like to call the first speaker to give his three statements, which is Toastmaster Param, one of the most experienced Toastmasters and the current VP Education. So yes, Toastmaster Param, your three statements, please.
Okay, my first statement is twice I have been drunk as hell till now, and second statement would be I was asked out on a date by a senior and I also went on one. So yeah. And a third one will be I have been hitting on juniors since I become a senior.
So yes, guys, these are three very scandalizing statements by Toastmaster Param just made right now. And while you take your guesses, I would like to call his evaluator for today, Toastmaster Dave, who should probably get this one right, by the way, considering he's a very good friend of his. So yeah, So over to you, Toastmaster Dev, to tell us about Param's speech.
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone, and a special good morning to Toastmaster Param today. So, Param will be attempting his level 4 project 2 of innovative planning, and he's attempting an evaluative for public relations strategies. So, the purpose of his speech today, or his speech project, and the presentation today is that the members should practice the skills needed to effectively use public relations strategies for any group or situation. And the purpose is to share some aspect of his or her public relations strategy. So we'll be presenting us for 5 to 7 minutes today with the PR strategies. So that's pretty much it for Param's speech today. Muted.
Ayush, you are on mute.
Ayush, you are muted.
Sorry. So yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Dev. And I read in the chat box that someone wrote that I want to believe the second one is a lie. So yeah, I agree. I want to believe that is a lie. Before we do the big reveal, we'll do that later. I want to, like build the suspense. So yes, Toastmaster Param, we'll start with your speech. So yeah, Toastmaster Param, public relations strategies. Public relations strategies, Toastmaster Param. Over to you.
Okay, so my screen is visible. The slides are visible.
Yes, you're audible, visible, and your screen is visible as well.
How to? Okay. Very good afternoon to one and all present here, my fellow Toastmasters, newly joined members, and guests. And I really hope that Venki and Soumya are present here because it's like they are our current PR team. Okay, so let's start it. First of all, what's the importance of PR, public relations? I guess PR is one of the most important component or part of any organization. And to be on, and why? PR is the face of our club, or let's say any other club. It helps to build and maintain positive image of our team to the public. And to be honest, we all wouldn't be here in this club or like sitting in this meeting if it weren't for the work done by our PR team since the beginning this club established. And I think PR, because PR team has been doing the work, like say keeping the public as well as the members informed of the current happenings of our club, and that too on a regular basis. And I feel it's really not an easy job. Coming to the objective of my project, I will be discussing 4 of the strategies I think which will help our club to reach heights by a little combined efforts by all of us, which includes first one, which is communicating our why. Second, VPPR, VPM, and VPA working side by side. Third one, which is to collaborate with influencers on, and fourth one is to distributing the PR work among all of us. I hope everyone's ready, so let's get started. Coming to strategy number 1, I think this is the most important thing we lack in, which is to communicate our why to others. To be honest, I feel only a handful of people know about this club on campus. Our objective is not to recruit more members in every 6 months and just convince them to pay $45. I think our main goal should be to make everyone capable of effective communication, which is foremost one of the most important skills they need. So how can it be done? Simply just by talking with people. Like we just have to communicate with others, like how Toastmasters have been helping us. That's simple as that. Coming to strategy number 2. It is a simple yet a required one, I feel. Like I have been VPA for past 3 months, and I think this is one of the most required strategy we need for the PR, which is smoothing the whole process of gaining new members. by making it more structured and organized. For example, it will start with the VPPR or the co-VPPR bringing in guests to our club. Sorry, I think bringing in VPP, bringing in guests to our club. It's not that only the PR is responsible for bringing the guest, but he or she should be the most responsible for bringing the guest. And then the next part will be given to the VPM. The VPM will work on to convert these guests into members by explaining them all the details of Toastmasters and all. And the last step would be taken care by VPA, which includes the further processes that are pathway selection, mentor allotment, etc. I guess in this way, it becomes more easy as everyone needs to fulfill the following required responsibilities allotted to them. And I hope uh, and this whole process becomes more effective in gaining new members as well as retaining the old members. Coming to strategy number 3, collaborating with influencers. First of all, what is collaboration? What do I mean with working with other clubs on a regular basis? Collaborating with other clubs on a regular basis. I think when Dave was PMOD for one of the topics he chose, like we called some of the members from the and I feel that collaborations with other clubs or bringing new guests can be done on a regular basis. Let's say once every three to four sessions. I guess it will make the sessions more engaging, and the current members will feel more welcomed, as well as it will be quite fun for all of them. And talking about bringing more influencers in our as guests, I mean not only calling renowned Toastmasters from other clubs, but also any other public speaker as guests also. In fact, LinkedIn and Insta has made it really very easy for us. I guess most of you attended the Apogee event probability, and Ayan Pal, our chief judge, I met him on LinkedIn. I just texted him that we are looking for a chief judge on for our event, and he came for that. So I think the reason I think this is required, no matter who our target audience is, but a way to earn credibility is to have people of influence tell others why they appreciate our organization. It's acts like I feel like it is a really old-fashioned way, but it's like it has been proven that this works for the best. Coming to strategy number 4, and I feel which is the most effective and easy one, distributing the PR work. Let's be honest, guys, handling the PR work is not really easy. We all know that content is the new currency nowadays, and creating content has never been an easy job. But what we can do, we can work together in creating content. I feel that 2 to 4 members can pair up for a couple of weeks, and they will be responsible for regular posting on our official social media handles, Insta and LinkedIn. And I guess in this way, everyone will get a chance to explore their content creation skills, and as well as feeling more connected to the team. And I really hope that everyone takes becomes a part of this initiative. And I feel that it will be a really fun and engaging assignment for all of us, and as like for the new members as well as the old members. And at last, I would just like to say that through our clubs reaches increases or not, I guess that's really a secondary point. But what's more important, to make everyone capable of effective communication, which has been the motto of Toastmasters since the beginning. And I hope that our team lives up to it. Thank you.
Please give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Param, who I think has worked really hard on these suggestions. And I really hope that our club can work on these suggestions, because if we do follow these, then I am sure that we'll reach greater heights than ever before. So wonderful work done. And I would just like to mention especially the GIFs that you used. They had me hooked for sure. The Office one, the How I Met Your Mother one, loved them as well. So really well done, PPT. So yes, Toastmaster Param, but we are waiting on that suspense. What is the lie?
So the third one is a lie because how can I ever hit on a junior? So yeah, third one's a lie. And if people are feeling like it's not a lie, I feel that I have given a wrong impression to everyone present here. Yeah.
Well,
And
guys,
second was the truth. So yeah, because everyone's saluting me, so I'm feeling quite embarrassed. Yeah.
well done, well done. And a lot of people have been heartbroken right now, just but well, guys, it's okay. Toastmaster Param is the Toastmaster Param. So yeah, moving on then to our second speaker, who will be giving her icebreaker today, Toastmaster Deepthi. So Toastmaster Deepthi, can we have you on the stage, and can you give us the 3 statements for our meet today?
Yeah, am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Yeah. So the 3 statements would be I wake up early in the morning and I really don't watch TV and I prefer veg to non-veg.
Interesting. This is very confusing. I don't have a clear-cut winner in my mind. I mean, you'd think that watching TV on wood should be a lie, but man, very confusing.
Oh, everyone is.
Everyone is confused between the 3. There's no fixed. Oh, very valid question. Someone asked, have you eaten non-veg?
I prefer veg to non-veg.
I like the question when someone asked, have you eaten non-veg at all? If you're still saying that, but okay, nice question. So yeah, okay. So while we get the votes, let's get your evaluator, who is Toastmaster Anirudh, on stage to tell us about your speech today. So Toastmaster Anirudh, can we have you?
So good afternoon, everyone. I'll be evaluating Deepthi today. She'll be attempting her first speech, that is the icebreaker speech in her dynamic leadership pathway. The purpose of the speech is to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking, public speeches. So that's my intro.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anirudh, and all the best to you, Toastmaster Deepthi. This has been an icebreaker which has been overdue. So I hope that you do really well. So yeah, good luck. So yeah, Toastmaster Deepthi, game of good times, Toastmaster Deepthi. Over to you.
Life is a challenge, and the way to challenge is to stay calm and ask yourself what is the next move. Everything that happens is a part of life. It doesn't matter whether it is good or bad. It is all about the game of good times, which teaches a lesson every time we lose the game. Well, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. To those who don't know me, I'm Deepthi, doing my master's in pharmacy and Vets Pilani. Today, I would like to introduce myself through this icebreaker. I was born in Hyderabad and brought up in coastal area in Andhra Pradesh. I have wonderful parents, and because of them, I'm here standing. Coming to my sweetest childhood memory, I would like to narrate the memories in my life and the incidents in my life that brought me up today. The sweetest part of my childhood is playing with my mom the whole day and then waiting for my dad, like barely opening my eyes for his hug and chocolate in the night. As he's a government employee working with the rural development, his schedule is packed and hectic all the day. So my mother used to take care of me, and my father used to take care of my finances and all whatever. So my school is a walkable distance from my home, and I studied in Hyderabad for some years, and then I came to my place. So we used to have a lot of transfers. So my school is a walkable distance, and my mom used to drop me. And returning from my school is like a mini picnic for me every day. So like basically, I had an amazing childhood. And coming to my interests. I used to enjoy sitting in the garden alone, and basically, I realized that I love nature, and I used to wonder how the trees evolve and plants, trees, and the beautiful flowers and all. So I used to spend lots of time sitting in the gardens and green places every day. And this love towards the nature has driven me to achieve something in life. That moment, I used to explore the uses of plants, everything like how the nature benefits us. Then I realized the nature is the best physician, that saves so many people, and in the like in traditionally and at present. So then I realized this is the field I should take, and I decided to take up this field of science and wanted to explore this amazing plants and give something to the society. So this is how my passion and zeal towards science and pharmacy has started. So putting all this aside, I would like to tell about the best companion in my life. Unknowingly, I became a mom's girl because my dad used to stay whole day away. There is no single day without talking to her. She is the one who protected myself every day, who taught me how to protect myself, how to be strong and all. She became an architect of my life who used to shape me to bring out the best in me. Indeed, she was the one who supported me through my goals and used to enlighten me about everything in the life, like all the truths and how to be and how to live. Every moment was beautiful with her. The bonding day by day became so powerful, and it was like it became so beautiful day by day. And I used to have that true smile each and every day when I was with her. Everything is perfect, everything. All the days were so happy. But then came a day where I was speechless, fell short of words, with a strong fight between my tears and sorrow in the eyes. That was the day all the unconditional love dried up, and I have to accept that my best companion ever, the person who brought me to this world, and is no more. The intensity of the pain in my heart was undescribable, and my eyes turned into a river of sorrow, and my nose was burning, like letting all the pain flow through my breath. I cried all night alone, screamed, and I don't know, like at that point, I don't know what is the reason, how should I move on with my life. That was the incident that turned my life. That day, I decided either this pain should make me a better person, or else this pain should make me sit in the grief all the time. But I chose the first one. I decided to find out the purpose of my existence and give a value to the life she gave to me. There was a voice constantly reminding me every day, like I was raised by a strong woman, and the toughest battles in the life are given to the strongest soldiers ever. That moment, I thought this pain should make me into a better person. The last words, even I remember that I talked to my mom was, "Don't worry, I will take care of our father, I will take care of the family. I will be the strongest girl ever, and hope I will meet you one day. I love you." This is the last words I spoke to her, And then I told I won't cry from the next day, and I will give, and I will be the happiest person taking care of my family. I I took everything as a challenge. I took life as a challenge, and I used to manage my studies with my family. I cleared all India examinations, and I got my admission into a very good college, and now I can continue my passion towards the science and all. Fellow Toastmasters, this is the point in my life I took up the responsibility and became the lone warrior fighting for myself. Sometimes letting go isn't the loss we think it will be. It will open a new page to be written with the lessons learned. Shed all your disturbing incidents as leaves of autumn and walk into the new springs of life with open arms. Departed do not demand your tears, they dance in your happiness. Make them count. We can inadvertently fix our bad times, and that gives us the way for the good times again. It is a vicious cycle. This is the game of good times. Thank you. Over to you.
Guys, can we please have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Deepthi, who's given one of the most powerful speeches that I've ever heard. And if like she's only because she's told me that it's a icebreaker, is I'm going to believe her. Otherwise, there's absolutely no chance. What a wonderful speech. And wow, really true message in the chat. So yeah. But Toastmaster Deepthi, before I let you go, we all want to know whether you really prefer veg to non-veg. So yeah, over to you.
I am a pure non-vegetarian.
Well. So guys, you know what's the lie now. So yes, please don't be scandalized anymore. So really well done, Toastmaster VP. So now guys, that's the end of our prepared speech section. Two brilliant speeches in their own fields, and really looking forward to the voting part, which happens later in the meet, where we'll see. So yeah, now moving on to the next section of our Toastmasters meet, which is my favorite section when I don't have to give a speech, which is the table topics master session. And to hold that, we have Toastmaster Venkateswaran with us, who I'm sure has some really exciting topics for all of us. So yes, over to you, Toastmaster Venkateswaran.
Yeah, so I'm back with my role, and I'll be asking all of you guys to give an impromptu speech. So I have 6 topics with me, and it's numbered 1 to 6. So you said, does anyone want to volunteer for a speech? It would be good if someone who doesn't have a role, has a role, volunteers. Okay, Sahil says that he'll volunteer. So Sahil, towards the end if possible. Okay, so anyone wants to volunteer now? Come on guys.
And I'll go on. Yeah.
Okay, they have choose a number between 1 and 6.
4.
4. Okay. So your topic is, what would have happened if everyone in the world could only lie for 24 hours? And when would we find out?
Quite a topic, to be honest. Okay. So I personally actually believe that the situation itself is a little contradictory given the time frame. Because if everyone starts lying, then I think in a couple of hours, actually, we'll be able to soon figure it out that something is deadly wrong inside the society. And so, yeah. So see, suppose if everyone starts lying, then firstly it proceeds in a chain of things, right? So the chain basically ends in a loop, and then the truth finally speaks for itself. I mean, that's what I believe. And to make a rough guesstimate of it, I would say within 6 to 7 hours in the day itself, actually the truth may slowly start be spilling out. But to reach everyone across, I mean, you took the example of the entire world as a whole, so it can take months or two to actually get on the same track for everyone, because that's the magnitude of lying. Because lies spread much more faster and at the speed of lightning, especially with social media, rather than truth. So I mean, that's observed with numerous examples, especially after COVID. So definitely this is quite a dilemma if it occurs, but I ensure and I believe in humanity if it won't occur. So that's pretty much it by my side. And yeah, over to the TTM.
All right, that was a wonderful response, Toastmaster there. So it definitely would be found out, in a while if it were in our local area, but the world's a different place. Yeah. So anyone else would like to volunteer for another topic? Okay, Sahil. So choose a number between
1 to 6.
except 4. Except 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll choose 5.
5. Okay. So if I were God and I asked everyone you knew to play a game of 2 truths and 1 lie, who would you think would perform the best?
If I was God.
If I was God and if I asked everyone who knew you to play a game of 2 truths and a lie, who all do you think would perform the best?
Well, I would say people who are the most mysterious, the people who you know the least about, they are the highest chance of winning. So definitely introverts have a good chance. Okay, people would have a good chance of the idea about all the extroverts in my life, because they're already expressing themselves the best they can. They're already doing what they like to do. So it's easier to guess for them. But especially the introverts, it would be difficult. Not they are obviously, but again, since it's the Corona times, everyone has forcefully become an introvert. So it's difficult to say what's going on in everyone's life right now. But I think maybe my sister would win. Or maybe so the neighbor who live above me, maybe they would win. Yeah, there's actually nothing more to say to that. That's it. I mean, what do you want to hear?
All right, if that's enough, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, sorry, this is actually my difficulty. I stop in
it's
between.
Totally fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah, thanks.
Maybe it has to do with the topic, so
No,
don't take it all on yourself. So, anyone else who would like to volunteer for a topic?
Yeah, I
Okay, Param, choose a number that's not 5 and 4.
1.
1. Okay, so would you rather have the superpower of knowing the truth if someone intends to lie to you, or all your interactions, right? Everyone who you interact with is 2 truths and 1 lie, but in real life. So essentially, out of all your 3 interactions, one person intends to lie to you, but you don't know which person.
Can you repeat the topic?
So you have a choice between 2 superpowers. The first one is if someone intends to lie to you, you get to know that they're lying and you get to know the truth. So no one can lie to you, essentially. The second superpower is out of every 3 people you interact with, one person has lied to you in some manner or the other. You have to figure out it's 2 truths and a lie, but in real life.
I think the first superpower is quite great for me, because I have seen X-Men, and the superpower of Charles Xavier to read someone's mind. I have always, I always wanted that power to read someone's mind. And I think to getting to know if someone's lying to me in the first place is actually a great superpower for me, because like I can then play with them, like knowing the truth, I can just go along with the flow, and then I can just like use my evil mind to, yeah, like, yeah, like you were saying right, yeah, like you were saying truth, and then I can just go with the flow. And at then like I would just like at the end, like I will just like snap it out of it, and then like I knew it from the beginning that you were lying, I was just playing along with you. So I think that's a really cool superpower in the first place, to know like if someone's lying or not, and actually getting to know like what's the truth behind it. So yeah, I think I will go with the first superpower. Thank you.
Okay, that was a very interesting take, Toastmaster Param. So anyone else would like to volunteer for a topic? So
I'd like to volunteer.
okay, uh, choose a number that is not 1, 4, or 5.
7.
There's no 7. There's only 6.
Acha, you said 6. I heard. 2.
2. Okay. So many times we use sarcasm, but sometimes the people you use it on might take it to be the real truth. So essentially, sarcasm, what you perceive as sarcasm, the other person might not, uh, you know, get get that you're being sarcastic. So essentially, there could be a miscommunication in that sense. So has there been any scenario where sarcasm has been misinterpreted um, by either by you or by another person, and it has led to something interesting?
Okay, so many of you would have heard the phrase sarcasm is like electricity. Half of India doesn't get it. And I truly believe in that sentence because it is very hard to get sarcasm on point. I have faced many interactions where I try to be sarcastic, I try to be funny, I just miss the point totally. And he's just looking at me and I have to explain myself it was sarcasm, right? And similarly, vice versa. When people are trying to interact me, sarcasm, and it gets a bit awkward after a point. After 2 3 interactions you try to just refrain from doing that. Comedians and professional comedians even face that, so there are very polarizing audience of various stand-up comedians. I have a lot of interest in stand-up comedy. I watch a lot of stand-up comedy and I see debates going on that he's trying to make a point here and he's just being sarcastic. So you can see it's very difficult to get sarcasm on point. And there's not been one particular majorly awkward interaction in my life where I have regretted being sarcastic, or the other person has regretted being sarcastic. But yeah, that's the general scenario, and that's about it.
All right,
Thank you.
that was a really nice speech, Nirda. So, any of the new members would like to volunteer for a speech? Like Sahil already volunteered, but would any of other new members want to try out? Uh, okay, so
I think new members who like they should go for it. Like Varun, Mars, Prithu, Jayan. I think you should go for it. Like it's a really new speech for you. I think you should go for it. We have like we have Dhanush also as a new member. Parth Patel.
Okay. Excuse me.
yeah, Prithu, right?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
forewarning, I'm going to stop in between, but I'd like to give it a shot. All right.
That's all right, man. We're all here to improve. So, okay, 3 is remaining and 6 is remaining. Which one would you like?
So 6.
So this question is similar to what I asked Sahil, but in a okay. So essentially, in a lot of ways, two truths and a lie, you have to figure out which one is the lie, right? So it's similar to a person diffusing a bomb. Like there are a lot of wires. You have to figure out which ones to cut and which ones to not cut. So if there were 2 wires that you could cut and 1 wire which you should definitely not cut, it's very similar to a game of 2 truths and a lie. So the scenario I'm going to give you is tomorrow, when everyone woke up, they have a bomb strapped with them, and they're not allowed to participate in the game. And 3 facts are like written on them, and essentially, if you cut the false wire, you're safe. But if you cut anything else, you're doomed. So, like essentially, if this scenario happened, who all would you rush to save because you can save them, not just because you want to save them, but who all do you think you can save? Like it's very personal
Okay.
facts.
Okay. Um. So in this scenario, I believe that matlab, anyone. Personally, I would like to save my close friends and family members. But like before answering this, like I want to say that have I got your question correct? So I'll explain it. So like one of the people that I like, he or she has been stabbed with a bomb, and I have to cut the false wire, right? And
Yeah.
if I don't, matlab, if I do, then I save them, right? So the basic part of the question is, who would I like to save?
Who can you save?
Who can you save? Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I would rather put a stranger than a family member in such a risky situation, because this is subjected to the condition that all of them are like, I would rather not put someone close to me in such a precarious situation. I would rather put a stranger in that situation, and I would try to experiment on him, because the chances of me cutting the right wire is very less. So I would rather not put any loved person in that perilous situation. So I would rather go with a stranger than a person who is close to me. So,
okay.
no, obviously you're not strangers, but if such a scenario comes, but so I would rather tend to save my close ones rather than a little bit who are not on the inner circle. So yeah, that would be pretty much it. But I've given a very direct answer. I have not spoken as in the form of a speech. Have I now?
Totally. It's totally. So anyone who would like to volunteer for the last topic?
Okay, I will.
Wait, who spoke right now?
Varun.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, your topic is there's many scientific and non-scientific truths that are out there in the universe. So if you had the power to change any one of them, which one would you choose? It's all right. You can take a moment to think.
Like I could change the reality, the physical reality, or the Newton laws.
But you change exactly one thing, but that changes. Yeah.
I will do something like I could change a material into any form I like. Like, can I do something like? So I would like to have an ability by which I could mold different material into different sort of things. Like I could change the structures of atoms. Like if it was 3 beryllium atom, I could just combine them and have like a carbon. That would be.
So, any other reasons why reality is?
Because like combining it, I could just form uranium, so I could have the electricity and energy, so I could become rich. And other thing, I could make gold from iron or something like that. I could make delicious foods in order to sustain my life, and like many other reasons like that.
All right, that was a really nice response, Varun. So those are all the topics that I have for today's table topic session. And Yeah, over to the Toastmaster of the day. To
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Venkateswaran. It was a really unique table topic section, I must say, that like everyone would agree with me. Really unique topics, and people had to rack their brains for this. So well done on that. Kudos to you. So yes, now before we move to the evaluation section, I am giving a very open chance to everyone in this meet right now. Who thinks that they can fool anybody? It's an open chance. Anyone can go three statements about themselves, and let's see how many people can we fool. An open chance to any of our guests that did not get the chance. Yes, absolutely, Toastmaster Manvi. Go ahead.
Okay. So first statement is I was a school topper in 10th boards. Second statement, I fell from the back seat of a scooty because I fell asleep during the ride. And third, I once burst a Lakshmi bomb during Diwali and ended up burning my hand.
Well, guys, you heard her, and man, I really hope that the second one is not true just for your sake, but it'll be really funny if it's true. It'll be really funny. I cannot deny that. Yeah. So the second statement
Second,
was, yeah,
yeah,
please go ahead.
I fell from a scooty. I fell from the back seat of a scooty because I fell asleep during the ride.
These are good options. You know, you've got people confused. They're all over the place. Nice. Come on, guys, put in your votes, and then let's reveal the answer in a minute. Okay. I think everyone has voted. Yep. Okay, yeah. Votes coming in. Okay. Yes, Toastmaster Mandi, please, the big reveal.
Actually, quite a few have guessed it right. The first one is false. And I did fall from the scooty because I fell asleep. So this was back when
So
I was
sorry.
what, in sixth grade, seventh grade. I was quite small and I fell and I just fell.
Okay, yeah. Then it's fine. Then it's fine. Yeah, I mean, you're a child. Then it's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
as an adult, you do that. Then it's embarrassing. Right now, it's fine. So
I do
yes,
have a lot of embarrassing moments, but okay, that's for another day.
that's a different. That's for a different day. Yes.
Yeah.
So yes. Okay. I think we have time for one more person. Let's go. Come on. Anyone who thinks that they can be the bluff master for today? Sahil, yes, please. Let's fool us.
Okay, I actually have three statements. I don't know how it's impromptu, but sort of. Okay, the first statement I'm going to say is that okay, I'm a writer. That's the first statement. Second statement is that I was the state topper of my class, no, state topper of Delhi. And the third statement is that I've never made a all-nighter in college. These were so strong.
Well. Very interesting. All-nighters is like the first thing that you do when you come to college, either because you're having fun or because an exam. Depends what kind of all-nighter it is. So yes, come on, let's go. I see a lot of votes for the third one. Interesting. Okay, now everyone's on the second. Okay. Let's see if you're a topper or not. I'm curious.
Yeah, actually, I made a mistake. All three of them are true.
Oh wow. This is plot twist, guys. Plot twist by Sahil. All three of them are true. You can keep guessing if you want to.
Messed up. I entirely messed up. All three are true. Yeah, actually, I'm very particular about my sleep, so I did not make an all-nighter. Yeah, I did. I was up till 3, 4 a.m., but I slept after that. Any 8 a.m. tutorial test we had. What could I do? And
This
yeah.
guy is the true bluff master. He's fooled everyone. Well done.
Thank you.
So yes, I think Toastmaster Tharva, even you wanted to have a go.
I don't think I stand a chance now, but still.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, my first statement is I cannot live without chips. Second, I dislike momos. And third, I'm very inactive on social media.
I am just hoping that you're not from Delhi, as far as I know, because any sane Delhi person would not say that he does not like momos. I can vouch for that personally. So yeah, let's see what others think. But seriously, if you dislike momos, then when we come to campus, I'm taking you to eat momos, and I'm not hearing no for an answer. Yes. So okay. Any more guesses if you want to? Otherwise, we'll do the reveal. Cool. I think everyone's done. Yeah. So yeah, Atharva, enlighten us.
Yeah, the first statement was a lie. I hate chips. I, I can very much live without chips.
Okay. Wow. I don't think
Especially
anyone
the
would have guessed that in their wildest dreams. So first,
Biggest
like okay, then momos. No, we'll take you to eat chips first. Okay, fine.
yeah. When I come to
Different
campus,
task.
first thing.
Yes. First thing, I'll get you Lays. So yeah. Okay. So Toastmaster Atharva has also fooled everyone with the chip statement. I mean, very well done. So yes, thanks for the participation, guys. Some really funny statements. I had a lot of fun. So we'll move on to the heart of the Toastmasters meet, which is the evaluation section. And to hold that is our very own general evaluator, Toastmaster Kanksha. So yeah, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ayush. We'll begin with the report, but before that, I have my warriors ready to present all their individual reports for you. So, first, I would like to invite Toastmaster Dev, who would be evaluating Toastmaster Param's speech. Toastmaster Dev, can we have you on the virtual stage, please?
Yeah, sure. All right. So,
But before you begin, I would also like to know 2 truths and 1 lie from you. Why the warriors should stay away?
all right, let's try. So, I'm going to keep it simple. So, yeah. Okay, it goes this way. I have taken dancing classes. I have taken vocals classes. I am a national level martial artist. All right. Who else?
So, meanwhile, people are guessing, we can have your evaluation report and then
Sure.
we'll have the results for them.
Sure. So let's begin with the evaluation. So firstly, congratulations Toastmaster Param, and that was a terrific attempt for level 4 project 2. And starting with the choice itself, let's go step by step. So starting with the choice of the elective itself, you chose public relations strategies, which was a wise choice to make given its very practical to choose right now, and it is highly relatable to our club right now. So kudos on the choice of the topic, first of all. And going with the commendations now, the content of your speech overall was pretty valid throughout the speech. And I actually like the way that you presented your ideas in a suitable presentation mode instead of just a speech, which was able to, allow us to connect with you in a better way. So that was one great thing about your speech. Secondly, there is actually a mixed review about the GIFs. So I'll firstly point out the positive. So yeah, the GIFs were pretty, brought some fun element in your speech, and obviously they were from relatable web series. So they're able to get us engaged more with the presentation itself. So that was a plus point about GIFs. So well done regarding that. And I personally really like the way you presented the second and the third strategy, which was something which is not quite realized but is important from the backend point of view. That is, second one was the connecting the three VPs: PR, education, and membership in a step-by-step procedure. Well, I mean, that's a chronology that the club follows, but it's very essential that all three pillars are equally, functioning smoothly. So that was a point very well highlighted by your side. So kudos on that. And talking to some of the recommendations now. Firstly, somehow I felt that the entire, the content preparation was not to the mark, because it was somehow evident by the number of accounts that you have in your speech. So that was one thing that I observed. Secondly, the presentation was made very fine, which was a great design and layout for it. But the alignment of the text could have been a little better and more uniform across the slides, because the left align for all the PPT slides should be in one line. So those are some little things that a person observes when someone delivers a presentation. So that is something to be kept in mind. And third, regarding the GIFs, so well, sometimes what happens is there are two things. So firstly, someone may struggle with their net connection. The bandwidth may not be at its best. So that results in very glitchy sort of presentation in the slides, and it does not turn out the way you actually expect. So that is one thing. And secondly, it may actually distract the people from the actual content. So these are two things about the GIFs to keep in mind. Other than that, a minor PPT control issue in the middle, but that is something that is a human error, and I mean can occur. So I mean that can be easily improved upon. So that is a minor thing. And yeah, so another thing that I actually expected was you could have started your speech on a high with a quote or something that was instantly grasping the audience to your speech. Of course, the presentation was there, but still a quote or something related to public relations would have made it much better. So all in all, very, very valid content. And I hope the PR team especially applies it so it actually turns out to be fruitful. And great strategies discussed, of course, brilliant content again, and a couple of work needed with the content and the presentation slides. So that was pretty much it by my side. And yeah, over to the GE.
Okay, so before I say anything, I would like to know that which one was the lie here.
So the lie was I have never taken vocals classes.
Many people guessed it right. Those of us who know you better, maybe. Thank you, Toastmaster Dev. Well, Toastmaster Dev, you've spoken like a president at the end that we should be implementing the PR strategies. After listening to your evaluation, you've made my job easier actually. And it makes me feel proud to see that you've grown all these years and there were a set of commendations, then there were detailed and thorough recommendations, and then again a set of commendations. So well done on your part as an evaluator. I would say that just one recommendation from my side, that you should also try to motivate the speaker. So there should be a balance between commendation and recommendation. You were very well, you delivered it very well, but at the end also try to motivate the speaker. And great evaluation from your side. Next, I would like to call upon our second evaluator for today, Toastmaster Anirudh. Can we have you on the virtual stage, please?
I think so.
Hi. So before we begin, I would like to know two truths and one lie from you two.
Okay, so the first statement is I have never been in an accident on the road, a vehicle accident, be it car or a bike. I have arachnophobia. And the third one is I am now the current captain of, I am now the captain of Bits Pilani tennis team.
So let's give people time to guess, and meanwhile, maybe we can have your evaluation for Toastmaster Deepti's speech.
Okay. Beginning with the evaluation, I think TMOD Ayush has definitely captured the essence of my evaluation, that no one would have believed that this is Deepti's first ever speech. The icebreaker speeches did not feel like an icebreaker speech at all. Uh, I have most of the recommendation. I have commendations only and very limited recommendations. Beginning, the clarity. First point is the clarity of your speech. It was excellent. You know, your voice was very powerful and was able to capture audience's attention for the entire duration of the speech. The second amazing point was your opening. In the beginning of the beginning 10-15 seconds, you were able to tell the audience what the speech is going to be about. So the audience has a pretty good idea that what we will be saying, and it definitely captured my attention towards your speech. The next strong point was gestures and facial expressions. They were definitely one of the best facial expressions I've ever seen on a speech. Over here, you were definitely able to express how you felt. It was definitely evident on your face, and it definitely had an impact on me, and I am sure had an impact on all other audience members. uh, you were The content of your speech was amazing. You took us through your life journey, beginning from your childhood, and how you shared some sweet and amazing memories you had with your parents, and along with that you took us on an emotional roller coaster, I would say, because definitely I was expecting it to be a sweet happy story from beginning to the end, and then you shared the part about your mother's sad demise, and it definitely was a surprise and a shock for the audience. So overall the speech was able to capture audience's attention very well, and that was the major point on your speech. Now I have to give recommendations. It is my duty. So these are some small things I've noticed. The first point was you had a lot of matlab you have a lot of filler words in your sentences, like whatever, basically. So it felt like you were not well prepared with your speech. You were making things up while not making things up. Basically, you were trying to seem as well, you were not able to recollect your speech properly. So it definitely distracts audience's attention from that. And the other point was the structure of your speech. The statements weren't well connected. The story wasn't progressing. It's felt like a different bits that weren't interwoven together. So it felt like a different topic from one part to another. You were just giving out statements. These were two major issues I found. And third small point was that you were looking away from the camera regularly. It is understandable in online mode that you can't remember to look in the camera exactly. You sometimes look on the screen, but the part where you're looking sideways, it caused a major distraction in the audience. It tends to believe that someone is interrupting you, or it diverts the audience's attention, and not they do not take part in your speech and don't hear to you listen and rather focus on that. So overall, these were my major points. It was an amazing icebreaker speech, apart from these 2 points. And if you implement these in your future speeches, you will definitely, give amazing speeches from now on. And this was, a major head start. The first speech was so brilliant, as in uh, definitely gives you confidence. That was my evaluation. Over to you, G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anirudh. Shall we know which one of your three statements is a lie?
So the second statement was a lie. I don't have arachnophobia. I have no phobia as such. I know for now, and I love spiders. I love snakes and spiders. Magic people don't like them, but yeah, I don't tend to go and touch them all around because they might be poisonous. But yeah, I'm not. I do not fear them.
Okay. Okay, you did fool people here. We have too many bluff masters in our club, I can say. Okay, coming on to your evaluation, I can see that you have observed Deepti's speech very well. There was a good amalgamation of commendation and recommendation. Just one suggestion from my side, that when a speaker is delivering his or her first speech, it is only for them to introduce to the club. So we should only focus on maybe giving one or two recommendation, because at that time they are not well acquainted to grasp all the kind of recommendation. Only for the first initial speeches I'm saying, otherwise we are here to all of us for here to improve. So that's one recommendation. But overall, I'm very impressed the way you have delivered your evaluation. You commented on the structure, the kind of the way she was trying to recollect. So very well observed and very well delivered. Kudos to you on that, Toastmaster Anirudh. Now I would like to invite my tag team. So the first in the list is the timer. The timer for today is Toastmaster Siddharth Jeena. May we have you here on the virtual stage, please? And we would like to hear two truths and one lie from you too.
Okay, so starting with the first one, I used to play guitar and drums during my school days. The second is that I have attended all the online classes very seriously and regularly. And the third one is that I love to travel.
While people are guessing the lie in the comment section, Toastmaster Siddharth, can we have your timer's report up till then?
Okay, so coming to the timing report, starting with the prepared speech, the first prepared speaker was Toastmaster Param, and you spoke a little longer than the uh, time limit, which was 7 minutes 23 seconds. So you were 23 seconds above the upper limit. Next, I'm really sorry. Actually, I was facing a bit of connection issues, so I couldn't record your time, Toastmaster Deepti. Then coming to the evaluation, Toastmaster, Toastmaster Dev, you spoke for 2 minutes 57 seconds. And second evaluation, which was done by Toastmaster Anirudh, you spoke for 2 minutes 58 seconds. Now coming to the table topic session, Toastmaster Dev, you spoke for 1 minute 36 seconds. Toastmaster Prithu, you spoke for 1 minute 5 seconds. Toastmaster Path, you spoke for 1 minute 15 seconds. And Toastmaster Anirudh, you spoke for 1 minute 18 seconds. And Param, you spoke for 1 minute 3 seconds. So that was my report, and all of you were in the limit for table topic session. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Siddharth. Before you leave, I would like to know that were you able to bluff the audience or not? So which one is the lie here?
First one was the truth, second was a lie, and third one was a truth.
Yeah, that's right. We all wake up at 8:30 in class, when the class begins at 8, I would say, I mean, that's what I used to follow. Online classes were no fun.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you, Toastmaster Siddharth, for your report.
Thank you.
And that was a meticulous report. And as far as this Toastmaster Param's speech is concerned, we have a 30 seconds grace period at the higher end also. So he's within 7 minutes 30 seconds limit. So he is qualified for voting, I would say. You explained your role very well, Toastmaster Siddharth, at the beginning of the meet, and the way you have delivered your report, you did justice to your role. So very well done. Next, I would like to invite the R counter for today, Toastmaster Manvi. We have already heard her truths and lies, so maybe we can go ahead with her report.
So thank you so much, General Evaluator. I'd like to share my screen. 1 second. Can someone confirm if they can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I've written the names in the order of which the speakers appeared on the screen, starting with the presiding officer Dev. As a presiding officer, you had 4 hours, 1 so and 6 ands. TMOD Ayush, throughout the meeting, you had 10 hours, 6 arms, 4 so's, and you used the filler word yeah 4 times. General Evaluator Akansha, 11 hours, 3 arms, 3 unnatural pauses, and 5 so's. Timer Siddharth, you had 6 hours, you used the word alerting twice, and you had 1 so. Myself, I had 3 hours, including this one, I had the 4th one. 1 pause, 1 unnatural pause, 2 so's, and 2 now as filler words. Brahmarian Atharva, just 2 pauses, 2 unnatural pauses. Kudos to you. Well done. Table topic master Venkateshwaran, he had 23 hours, 1 arm, 1 unnatural pause, 15 so's, 1 and yeah 3 times. Hark master Nandita, I'm yet to note down yours. Same goes to Aditya. Speaker 1 Param, you used 16 hours, 1 arm, some stammers and repetitive sentences were there in your speech. There were 5 unnatural pauses, 3 so's, 1 like, 5 ands, and yeah 2 times. Evaluator Dave, as an evaluator, you had 11 hours, 8 arms, 1 unnatural pause, 4 so's, 1 and 2 ands. Speaker 2 Deepthi, 11 hours, 2 hours. You use the repetitive words how to and that 2 times. 3 pauses, 4 so's, 4 likes, 3 ands, and you had some filler words like basically and all. Aniruddha, as evaluator, you had 7 hours, 1 and 3 Toastmaster Dev, as a table topic speaker, you had 5 hours, 1 and 3 Toastmaster Sahil had 2 hours, 1 2 so's, and you used but twice. Toastmaster Param had 2 hours, 1 and 2 likes. Toastmaster Aniruddha, 2 hours and 4 arms. Toastmaster Pritu, 6 hours, 1 a few repetitions, 4 so's, and 5 likes. You also use the filler word but twice. Toastmaster Varun, 3 hours and 2 pauses, 2 unnatural pauses. So that's my report for this meeting. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Wow, what a meticulous report, Toastmaster Manvi. Now that's what happens when we have Toastmasters from other clubs. There is so much to learn from people who come with so much of experience and a different environment. You delivered your report very well, and 11 hours I need to improve a lot. Thank you so much. And you have I mean, it's not just justice. You have performed your role splendidly well. So wonderfully done. Thank you. Okay, so I don't know if it's the Xanadu time or if I'm spelling the word correctly, but it's time to invite the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Atharva, for his report. Toastmaster Atharva, can we have you on the virtual stage, please?
Yeah. First of all, thanks for calling me on the stage. First of all, I would like to mention that there's been only one usage of the word of the day in today's meet. That was just now by Toastmaster Akanksha. In fact, twice. One in the beginning of the meet by Toastmaster Akanksha, and one right now. So it could have been from my end, but I would recommend everybody to try to incorporate the word of the day in whatever this speech they're giving. It'll help them improve their vocabulary as well as spontaneous speaking. Now on to some good usages and some usages that were not correct. Some of the good usages were architect of my life, river of sorrow, lone warrior, vicious cycle, strings of life with open arms, and also good amalgamation of commendations and recommendations. But some of the incorrectly worded sentences were explaining them. Instead, the speaker could have used explaining to them. For the rural development, towards the nature in the life, the speaker could have avoided using the word the and removed it. And apart from that, this one of the speakers used walkable distance. Instead, it's either walking distance or walkable. Walkable distance is not a correct usage. Apart from that, all the speakers use some great words today, and I'm happy to see that the speeches are constantly improving in the level of the English used. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Atharva, for your report. You explained your role very well in the beginning of the meet. Your report perfectly perfectly demonstrated the wherever we've used incorrect usages in the meet. And yes, the word of the day was mentioned. But what we can do is, if you sometimes the word is maybe a difficult, or people are not confident about how to pronounce it, so you can maybe invite someone to use it while you are explaining your role, or you can ask people to repeat it after you, so that would give them the confidence to use it throughout the meet. So apart from that, you did your role very well, and thank you so much. With this, we come to the end of these reports. It's time for the general evaluation report. I know it's a boring time after Ayush has demonstrated such and portrayed such a wonderful and interesting meet, but yeah, that's my job, so I'll try to keep it short and simple. Beginning with my report, I am not so the SAA role. I believe that the SAA would have done her task very well. I was not there at the moment, so I am not able to comment on that, but keeping my past experience, she has always explained her role very well. So no comments on the SAA part. Coming on to the presiding officer.
I think it's probably an internet issue. So maybe we can just once check with her. So yeah, a network issue on her side. We'll just give it 1 minute.
Excuse me, am I allowed to interrupt in between, or I have to wait until the
Yeah,
report is tabled?
Go ahead, Ritu. What do you want to say?
Yeah. So Manvi, like, can I have the report again on the number of mistakes that I made? I'm sorry I didn't uh, keep a count on that. I thought that, well, I didn't realize that you will present a Excel sheet or some of Excel sheet. So yeah, can I see the report again? Is it
Okay,
possible?
what we can do for this is Toastmaster Manvi can maybe share a common link for everyone to peruse. So that'll work for everyone, and we can check it later. So yeah, Toastmaster Kanksha, if you can go ahead with your general evaluation in the meantime.
Yes. Sorry for that technical glitch. I just got logged out of the meeting. So coming on to the report. So yes, I was there. I was talking about the presiding officer. Yes, you introduced the new members of the club. And I would just say that maybe since Toastmaster Manvi she was a role player, but she is a guest for our club. So we could have introduced her in the beginning. Apart from that, you did uh, your job wonderfully well. Also, when you are handing over the stage to the TMOD, this is a common error in our meeting which we do, that we should, whomsoever we are introducing, we should try to transferring our powers to the other person. We should try to introduce them. Maybe 1 or 2 lines about that person is enough, but not just the instant handover. Okay, so I might have also committed the same mistake, but I am trying to improve. Coming on to the TMOD. Okay, he is the star of the meet, I would say. The way he has handled the entire meet today, since there were so many new members, keeping the theme like 2 truths and 1 lie, the thought was awesome. You included every member, you try to include each and every person, whether or not they were playing a role. And this, there was constant interest and there was a constant audience awareness. So everyone was participating, and that kept the meeting alive. You explained the structure of the meet, and the way you introduced the role player was innovative. Just before they come up, you ask them about their truths and lies. So we got to know new people, and same goes both ways. I mean, everyone got to know a little bit more about the other person. And it was delightful to see the way you were introducing the speakers, yeah, explaining the areas where they have contributed in the club. So kudos to you on that part. Just one recommendation from my side, that this we have been doing from past many meetings, that we call up the table topic master just after we call the GE. So I think that it is a repetition, we can avoid it, and just at the moment when the table topic session starts, at that moment only we can call the TTM for introduction, because that is one thing we can change. And apart from that, Ayush, you were superb today. The way you handled the entire meet, I am just, there's so much to learn from you, I could say. So wonderfully done your job. Coming on to the table topic session, the table topic master, the quality of topics you chose was intriguing, and people were able to speak. You did involve all the guests. You mentioned in the beginning that I would prefer someone who is not playing the role. So yeah, that gives everyone a chance to come and speak. That's what we are here for. only a few recommendations from my side, that sometimes I felt that the topic was a bit lengthy. So maybe we can keep shorter topics, or even if it is a situation, we can try to explain it in a precise manner. Because it's online, it becomes difficult for the other person to comprehend. So apart from that, if you see that people are not using the word of the day, so table topic is an area where they can, because prepared speech is, speaker is already prepared everything in his head, and it's not very easy for him or her to inculcate. But in table topic, people can do so. So maybe you can mention or encourage people to use the word of the day. But overall, I could see that newcomers were not very comfortable, but you encouraged them, you called them, you motivated them, okay, and you try to explain the theme, topics very well. So also, it is not necessary for the table topic to go hand in hand with the theme. You may choose to have different topics as well, so that would help you. But the way you have included the newcomers is like, everyone who takes this role should learn that there is a sequence that you should invite the speakers at the last, maybe because they have already got the chance and you did that. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Venkateshwar, on that. And you did give many of us the food for thought, so well done. Coming on to the speakers, the quality of speeches. Okay, I'm very well so far. We are a very new club, but the quality of speeches has improved. Both the speakers today did their job very well. Deepthi in her first speech was fabulous, and Param always is. There is but we still need to improve on our quality of speeches, because we are because no one is perfect, right? So every give and take from one speaker or the other, and take up the good parts from someone else's speech and try to work on your recommendation, and we will be way ahead from where we are right now. One recommendation from my side to the speakers, that try to make the speech title more interesting so that people are already engaged even when you have come up on the stage. So if it is a speech about public strategy, not necessarily you need to keep the title as public strategy. If it is icebreaker, in many of the times we do it that we keep it as icebreaker. So try to give it a title, so that would create more interest in the audience. Apart from that, coming to the structure of the speech, you have all the commendation and recommendation from your evaluators. So but speakers today, you did a very good job. For my evaluators, I've already uh, given them the commendation and recommendation, and I am good to see that evaluators are trying to use the CRC method, and quality of evaluation is definitely improving. So very well done. That's it from my side. I just have two more suggestions from my side, that general suggestions, that there were only two speeches for the meeting today. We had three speakers, but I think someone might have some other commitments because of which they couldn't join. But this is one thing that we as a club as a whole need to be prepared for, that there shouldn't be less than three speeches in a meet, because being a club who has so many members, I think we are 20, about to become 25 members. So 25 members and two speeches in a meet is not fair, I think, because if you are not consistent with your speeches, then at the end of a term you might not be very satisfied with the kind of learning you have got. So This is not just on the VP education or VP membership. This is everyone's job, that we do not just take away our name at the last moment, and we try to fill the spot if there is if no one is attempting. So try to have more speeches in a meeting. And table topic session, yes, this is one thing I want every one of you to take it as a challenge, that attempt every table topic as if it is a table topic contest. Because table topic contest, there is no practice you can do for table topic contest. Only the table topics in a meet will help you become better. So attempt every table topic and take it as a challenge. Think that it is a contest, and you will not have to practice for the contest. You'll always be confident. So that's it from my side. We did a wonderful job as a team, and we are still on the path to improve. Thank you, and over to you, TMOD of the day.
Huge round of applause for Toastmaster Kanksha. What a wonderful general evaluation she gave. Some wonderful recommendations, which I think if we implement, then this, like, nobody can stop this club from becoming one of the best in not only in our area or the country, but in the world only. So that's the goal. So yes, let's move on to the last section of the meet, which is the Master section. And to test our listening skills, allow me to invite Toastmaster Nandita on stage. So over to you, Toastmaster Nandita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ayush. Good afternoon, everyone. So I hope you all paid attention to the meet. It was a really interesting meet with the theme of the day and how the TMOD conducted the meet as well. So jumping right into the questions. From the prepared speeches, according to Toastmaster Param, oh wait, do we have any volunteers? Okay, I'll ask the question and let's see. According to Toastmaster Param, which strategy does our club lack the most?
The first one itself.
Yeah, it was the first one. Do you know the specific name?
So I mean, we should talk to people actually about what we actually do at Toastmasters, rather than, I mean, formally going about the interactions on a 6-monthly basis.
Yeah. Toastmaster Dev has captured what it was. Okay. Yeah, this is a rather simple question. How many strategies did Toastmaster Param state? And I'll give you bonus points if you can name them.
4 strategies. Can't seem to name any of them. I remember influencers being there. I remember the first strategy that they've just mentioned, talking about the club. I mentioned, I don't seem to remember specifics of the other 2.
Okay, I don't need specifics, but like if you have a general idea, it's good. You know? And so he's mentioned 2. Does anyone else know the other 2?
Distributing PR work.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess all the VPM, VPPR, and VP Ed collaborating together.
All right. Yes. Yes, Diamansi is right. And then, okay. Then the next question is, what did TM Deepthi state as her sweetest childhood memory?
Waking up to her dad bringing her chocolates or something like that.
Yeah, that was half of it. There is something else she mentioned.
Sharing everything with her mom. I mean, something related to her mother.
Yeah, you're right. It was about how she spent her entire day with her mom and then she waited for her dad. So I'll give you points for that. Okay. And, And going with the theme of the meet, I'm going to state 2 truths and a lie about Toastmaster Deepti's speech. This question will go for 2 points. So let's see who gets it. So one truth is Toastmaster Deepti loves nature. She enjoys sitting in nature and just nature in general. Her father was a textile worker and she does not enjoy science.
He doesn't enjoy science is the lie.
Yeah, that is
He
the lie.
enjoys.
Okay, yeah, it's the third one. So who answered it?
Aditya answered it first. So yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, then what did Toastmaster Dev believe would happen in a world where everyone was allowed to lie? It's a rather interesting answer. So
The truth would prevail on its own. Like eventually, eventually the truth will prevail.
yeah, that's right. So in Toastmaster Param's table topics speech, he was given an option between 2 superpowers, which I will not mention because the answer becomes very obvious. So which of those 2 did he choose?
The first one, that he'll know if someone is lying to him beforehand.
Correct. Okay, so that is all the questions I need. So I think the winner, we have Toastmaster Akanksha and Toastmaster Aditya tied at 2 points. Then we have the Toastmaster Venkateshwaran with 1.5 and Toastmaster Dev and Atharva at 2 points. I mean, sorry, 1 point each. And then Toastmaster Pansi at 0.5. So
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nandita, for a wonderful Master session. And yes, we've got some very careful listeners. So good to know, good to know. So right then, we've almost come to the end of the meet, but the most important part, which is why I had this session, is to find out who the bluff master is and who the detective is. And to help me with this is Toastmaster Aditya. So yes, Toastmaster Aditya, if you're ready with the results, then can you please tell us who is the detective first and then who's the bluff master?
Right. So I have taken some inspiration from Toastmaster Manvi and I have also made an Excel sheet. So here I am presenting it. Is it visible? Right.
Yeah.
So the green column shows us that which person made how many correct guesses. And I have sorted it according to the number from highest to lowest. So we can see that Param is the best detective here. He got 5 correct guesses, followed by around 5 people at 4, and then 3, and so on. While we have in total 3 bluff masters, Nandita, Sahil, and Anirudh, whom no one was able to guess that what was the lie and what the truth was.
So thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditya, for doing this. Like, I know that this could not have been easy. So thank you so much. A special shout out to you for helping me out with this. Really well done. Wonderful Excel sheet. And Toastmaster Param, just would like to say you already have the power to guess who's lying to you. So you don't need it. You don't need it at all. Very well done. And yes, Toastmaster Nandita and Toastmaster Sahil and Toastmaster Nirud, I'll need to be careful around you guys. You're really good at lying, apparently. So that's good to know. So I think that's the end of our meet. And I had a really, really wonderful time. Just thank you so much for participating. This is a very memorable meet. And just before we conclude it, since you all have stuck around, let's have the best role players voting as well. So I'll be sending a Google form link right now, and you all can vote for your favorite role players in the meet, and then we'll announce them as well in a couple of minutes, and then we'll bring the meet to a close. Yes, Dhanush, everyone can fill it. I think it's accessible to everyone. So yeah.
Ayush, meanwhile, I think we can just take a quick pick as well with everyone.
Yes, wonderful idea, Toastmaster Dave. So everyone, can you please switch on your cameras, and we'll have a group pick as well.
So Prithu, Varun,
Yes, whoever is done filling the form, just switch on your camera.
all right. Varun, are you switching on, or shall we go for it?
Yeah, you can go for it.
Okay, cool. So, Deepti, you are not visible, by the way.
Yeah, my camera is not working. You can go for it.
Fine. So, guys, 3, 2, 1. All right, done. So yeah, great guys, and yeah, over to you, Ayush, again.
Yes, just I think 2 or 3 people left, and then I'll announce the results. Yeah, we have 15 responses so far. Okay, I think everyone's done. Yeah. So let's go for the results then. Yes. So okay, we'll start with the best auxiliary role player. So the best auxiliary role player is without a doubt in my mind Toastmaster Manvi. What a wonderful job you did with that Excel sheet. Truly very well done, and really just it was very detailed. I like never you don't realize your R's and until you actually see them. And the fact that you managed to count your own is also exceptional, by the way. So really well done. So yes, we'll move on. Next is the best role player, which is me. So thank you so much, guys. Without you, could not have been done. Without the participation of everyone. So yes, thanks to all of you. Right then, we'll move to the best table topic speaker. Now, this one is a very close fight, and very just 2 people competing, and just I think one more vote would have changed it completely. So, okay, anyone, any guesses? Who's the best table topic speaker?
Dave.
Aniruddha?
Interesting. Okay. So yes, the winner of the best table topics speaker is Toastmaster Anirudh for his speech on sarcasm, and I really love that quote, the electricity one. It's kind of dark, but yeah, it's a very wonderful quote. Very well done. So okay, moving on. The second last category, the best evaluator for today, and this one was a close fight as well. So the best evaluator for today is Toastmaster Dave. Very well done. You gave wonderful recommendations and truly well deserved. Right then, the last one, the one that everyone's waiting for, the best prepared speaker. In my eyes, both of them are the best, but in this world, life's not fair. So we'll go for one according to this form. And that is Toastmaster Deepthi for a wonderful icebreaker game of good times. A huge round of applause by everyone, please. Very well done. So that's the end of this meet, guys. And special shout out to all the guests that we had, all the new members that joined us today, and a special shout out to Toastmaster Manvi from MBJC Toastmasters. And thank you for joining us. We'd love to attend your club meet sometime and learn a lot. So, and definitely we should do a collab as suggested in the feedback by someone. So yes, that's it from my side. And I think I'll just hand it over to Dave to just conclude it.
All right, sure. So again, TMOD, great job today and very well done in my opinion. So yeah, everyone, I mean, terrific job today with the roles, and it was lovely to see how everyone was energetic and contributed to the roles in the best way possible. So now I'd like to firstly take the guest feedback. So Toastmaster Manvi, what was your view and your feedback, or like anything that you want to share with us?
Okay, so my club, we are a newly chartered club. We chartered recently, almost 3 months back. So the biggest problem that we face is to get guests to the meeting first, and second, have people volunteer for table topics. And I thought that was fabulously executed in your club. Big round of applause to all of you here and to the XCOM members for encouraging everyone to take part in table topics and getting guests. And I also have a takeaway from Toastmaster Param's speech that we should talk one-on-one with members, with potential members, to help them convert. Apart from that, the enthusiasm was amazing, the energy was amazing, and I'd love to do a collab. I was also thinking in my mind that we should do a linkers meet next month. I'd probably talk to Dave about that, but would love to have you all in my club. And if you want to get in touch with me, please you can take my number from Dave and we can have a session together. Thank you so much for having me here. It was an amazing experience.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Pleasure to have you here. And it was a terrific counter report, once again stating it. It was probably one of the finest and most detailed ones that I have witnessed till now. So terrific job there, and lots to learn from that. And other than that, like great to see the new members coming up and showing their enthusiasm with the table topics and the roles in general. So great stuff there. And as you move forward with your Toastmasters journey, you will be trying out different roles and exploring this very dynamic side of the session with different roles. So I mean, that's a lot to learn, and I mean, stay energetic and tuned, the new members. So great start to the 10-year, I would say. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it by my side. And anything, if anyone has anything to share, they can, else I guess we can disperse. Like, anyone has anything to share from the new members? Pritu, Varun, like anyone? Dhanush, if you'd like to share anything. Sahil.
Yeah, so I have a doubt.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so like what's the procedure for joining the club? Like, have you mailed us, or?
So yeah, actually we sent a recruitment mail, I think 1 week back, 1 or 10 days back. So accordingly interacted with the interested people. And if you want to interact with us now, then maybe you need to contact one of us and we'll guide you further there. So that won't be an issue.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, anyone else? Sahil, Dhanush, Varun? All right, then I guess that's it for today. Lovely session, guys, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll share the pic soon on the WhatsApp group as well. So yeah, Great job, guys, and let's meet in the next meet next week. Yeah. So bye, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Have a wonderful Saturday.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.